it's anything involved in communicating with another person. It's not just linguistic, of course. It's more about emotional intelligence. It's about understanding how another person might be feeling and regulating the way you feel as well to make sure that the communication goes as smoothly as possible.
They're the skills that help us relate to others and also to the world and knowledge in general in a more successful and effective way.
They're often referred to as human skills or people skills. What they really are is personal attributes that enable effective communication, collaboration, and also problem solving.
Soft skills are essential competencies.
But I go for the obvious ones: critical thinking, problem solving, teamwork, public speaking, the active listening, and they're constantly evolving as our needs, our communicative needs evolve. So digital literacy skills is a new and essential soft skill for both older and younger people.
Communication and teamwork, adaptability, problem solving. There's also, I've been thinking a lot about critical thinking and empathy and leadership and creativity.
Language, learning a language, in this case English, is all about communication. So soft skills help us become better communicators.
Teachers use soft skills every single day in the classroom. You have to negotiate with students. It's not a dictatorship. When you're dealing with students, you have to show that you understand that it's difficult for them as well. As a teacher, you need to understand what your students are going through. And really, I think those soft skills are something that we also want to develop in our students.
Children should always have the possibility to talk about what they do online or using technology in a more face-to-face, non-technological way.
People don't understand how they are perceived by other people. So if you encourage students to give each other positive feedback, they'll know, number one, that someone is actually listening to what they're saying. And number two, that other people appreciate things about them, which they can't necessarily see themselves.
I'd say soft skills, the way I see it, are fundamental in ELT. Language is so much more than vocabulary and grammar, right?
Even just within the classroom, I think soft skills are vital for both students and teachers.
We should be teaching them implicitly, and we are teaching them implicitly to children from birth. Like a child who cries when they need something is using a soft skill, even though it doesn't appear to be very soft to the new parent.
The first thing you learn in any other language is the greeting. And with that greeting, it's not just the word, it comes with it a set of other cultural aspects. When you give a greeting in a language, you're doing a gesture that is appropriate to that language.
We can work with very simple vocabulary and bring this to light.
It's not an either or. It's not you have to take away time from your language, your input, the structures and vocabulary and grammar, and focus on the soft skill. The soft skill is the way, so you can teach your language and then through the activities use those to build the soft skills.
I would say that teaching your students soft skills saves you time.
The resistance, why are they resistant? Possibly because it's something they aren't comfortable with themselves, and teaching it in class will bring them out of the comfort zone and see ways that they can address this, maybe by handing it over to the kids and allowing them to show how they work in that particular skill area, because I said they're all very transferable from one language, from one ability to another.
Thinking about how you can embed the work on soft skills within the classroom?
Not to overthink it too much, because to think about how they're teaching and how many soft skills they actually teach implicitly each day, and to be aware of their own skills.
Encouraging students, for example, to paraphrase what their peers have said before responding. Yeah. So this kind of helps boost their listening skills, if we're thinking about language, yeah, but also helps with language retention and language comprehension while developing active listening.
I create very structured dialogues to start. I create very structured scenarios in which they interact with each other. So you have a pair scenario where two people are working together and they have to fulfill a specific goal. They have to ask these 5 questions, they have to give their own 5 answers. And then one side moves and they rotate to a new partner. And the more they do it, the more they practice, the more free they become. You always give them either random or rotating pairs. Having a structure, but mixing up the dynamic, the partners, really helps even students who are very nervous and very shy to come out of their shell.
Keeping a journal, and I don't mean having to write loads and loads of things, but taking notes after, especially after good lessons and things, and helps you become aware of what you do in your practice. Working with other teachers as well when possible, as part of CLIL projects or joint projects together, and talking about your different approaches is also, I think, very motivating for teachers, because you see another style. They also notice things that you're doing that you probably are taking for granted as well.
The most important thing is to teach students that learning a language is something you can't do by yourself. It's a collaborative process. And when they have that idea, then that's the one thing you want to develop in your class.
If you're a teacher, you are a natural communicator, because otherwise it would be just horrendous to stand up in front of a class of people and try to convey knowledge. So you have some very good soft skills if you're a teacher.
I would encourage the teachers who for some reason lack confidence in teaching the soft skills to think about how they interact with a student who is struggling. And then to take that and put that into a lesson to teach students how to interact with other students who are struggling.
Hand it over to the students. Like, some of your students may be better at doing a certain thing than you are. They'll have the skill from because they're musicians, because they've done acting, because they're naturally good at it, and flip this class and let them do it sometimes as well.
Open-ended questions, peer feedback, teamwork exercises, these are key to practice and reflection.
If you make every single part of your lesson reliant on students cooperating with other students, they will get the message and that will become very natural for them.
The opportunities for embedding soft skills within English language learning are so vast.
In group conversations, listen for understanding.
Working together is the most important thing. And if people get better at working together, all the ancillary benefits come with it. It's not just about learning the language, it's about learning the people skills. It's not just learning the people skills. When you come to care about other people, you will also come to want to improve the world. It just starts with working together, with caring about other people, and with caring about what other people think and how they think.
Soft skills are not an add-on or a layer to be included, on top of language learning. Yeah? Young people develop critical thinking skills, they develop autonomy in practice.
If you have strong soft skills, that's really valuable. They'll help you navigate change, to collaborate effectively, and to solve problems creatively.
Soft skills will remain as a key aspect of our human connections. And language is about connection.